Counterclockwise turns this marvelous marvel. A single drop of the Most High's sweat. Hard labor replaced concrete for pure land, which brought fruit trees so Eve can persuade Adam. Cold murder, Cain verses 8. Moses freed his people, but still trapped with their minds. These days, Noah couldn't ride these waves. How Satan easily controls his slaves, his followers, clones, these beneficial robots that push buttons. See, eventually reliable machines malfunctions, dies out and freezes, heartbeat races, panic shown on helpless souls' faces, stares, ignite rages, flare high. Guns blast, long bullets wear wings, bombs free fall over land where ghettos are already destroyed. Religions disbelieve another religion's beliefs, so animosities created. Concealed racism takes various forms worse than the 60s. Gang wars are like running rivers, never to end, falling off the edge of existence. And I guess to not snitch is to become a blind witness. Therefore, that innocent child's demise remains an unsolved mystery. And we only give that much attention. Man, I swear he's giving us our final extension. Got me wondering if it's too late to empty my pockets to pay attention. I mean, for real. Analyze today's fatal news story events and watch the reporter's face. How some reports are meant to be hard to tell, but are so easy to mention. Today's destinies exist in our past words. Push forward the Bible and its writers with stories hold prophecy hidden in its scriptures. Full circle repeated history paints pastel pictures, but these open eyes sees no colors on canvases, shaky like earthquake movements without painted fixtures. Time's out to be an everlasting frame when you can't paint your own internal masterpiece. Move grains from mountains, give hope to a little child, show love to another country when this here is a catastrophe where liars, thieves, and political slave owners with big faces decorate cheddar green paper that once ruled all nations. As we rotate faster, these great lands of atomic energies are like elementary school bullies without compromises over arguments of power. So therefore, cosmic wars move throughout continents as man-made bio-diseases. Chemical candy are supply and demand. On tide is suffocated with poison apple inside a syringe. The drug dealer possesses his addicts while having law enforcement on payroll. The wealthy are greedy and continue to eat to get fat, while forgotten corners of the world hungers and stomachs touch their backs. That's genocide. 10 tribes, including Indians, blacks, no substantial amount of compensations to make up for that. We've experienced bigots taking crafty counsel against us chosen, then treating us worse than cattle, hoping that eventually one day they slaughter us all off as animals. I see weeping roses leaning, gasping for air, unfit to breathe, unnurtured seeds, soil of uprooted trees replaced with landfill garbage. Mother Nature's period cycles overflow at the seas, yet let it be as the blood of a dead man. Let her anger be unnatural disasters caused by the heart system, tsunamis, hurricanes, earthquakes. Let her father's fury thunder through misty hemispheres within Earth's hell's fiery flames and disguises. Let the multimedia be the most important control mechanism with entertainment levels of comprehension below the 6th grade, and with that, let people no longer think for themselves, yet depend on this tube of illusions to think their thoughts and make their decisions for them, manufactured be our lives within these dimensions of deception. Tangible, much more realer than the Matrix. A dehumanization of mankind, genetically engineered, artificially coded, mutatedly cloned, upgraded to dumbed down, processed, auto-tuned, and soon to be chipped. It's population control at its finest, eugenics, free healthcare with free vaccinations attached to death certificates. I feel the end near like ear infections, oozing truth, bleeding through revelations, verbs, bouncing off different tongues, different tones, different languages, rumors translated in different words, propaganda, precipitated powers pushing private agendas, pitch fast at a different curve to hell or worship of idols, wood and stone cave customs, killing freedom from different deities we serve. It's suicide to not flee the daughter of Babylon, to become bedfellows with the Lord that sitteth upon many waters, to turn from the Creator, the Almighty I Am who creates, towards lustful flesh, bowing knees to mortal men, forever lost in their crooked systems, trusting in institutions designed for prostitution of your mind, with all truth over time being twisted, a famine of hearing words of the divine who created this place. Diverse shockwaves and diverse places, Illuminati symbols, masons, societies of secrets, desperate souls sell themselves, bought and taken, puppets, dance that dances on strings of Zionist bankers, prophesied in Revelations 2 and 9, 3 and 9, all the synagogues of Satan. The greatest battle of our time is much more than this fleshly. It's spiritual. Only one shall save us. Inflation. The dying death of a dollar, backed by nothing but debt. And it's rather interesting how we take interest into interjecting traditional fantasies into the psyches of our infants, making it difficult for them to differentiate between what's good and what's evil, and the importance of that difference. There's fluoridated waters to drink, poisonous foods to eat, love to be waxed cold, and false flag operations to be carried out to start wars as a means of business. There's camps to be filled, and revolutionary leaders of the people, and truth to be neutralized. Then enslavement, surveillances, and wiretaps to be realized by those that sigh and cry for these abominations. See, this is our condition. This is what I perceive. Therefore, I will write. So here, and be these words. Loosen your collar, swallow hard on what's hard to swallow. Grip tight to your emotions while searching through a living graveyard of fallen ashes. Breathe and inhale the stench of burning flesh from flames rising up your spine. Hear various names being called, but no response on the other end. Listen to those screams, oh how they ring loud like freedom should have. See them all scatter, bend knees and pray at the sight of danger. View fear flung from twins right before they crumbled. Step in someone else's skin, live their nightmares, if only for one day feel their fears. Boldly look towards the sky in silence and experience sorrows of stolen land that create clouds that cry 1,001 ways to die, and we choose to do it this way. By fault of our own hands, programmed to push the end way boldly, misled by what's consequential by repeating history's consequences. As history repeats itself, so consequently, we bend each other's passionate flames, just throwing personal gain gasoline to burn each other quickly, boldly. Don't care if you don't agree with it, for all shall fall before the eyes of this generation, corruptible until its end, so that in the end none unrighteous shall stand. Yet let this stand, as the first and last time strangers touch faces, too late to cry together. Fingers, clenched palms, grip hands, slip arms, never to be held again. Higher ranks, top level of importance, lose importance, blend into the scene of annihilation. Can't buy a spot in heaven, no flights to the moon, no massacres to be escaping. And from the hilltops of our greatest mountains, the first trumpet screams as if it's the last trumpet to blow. How it snatches everything in sight from the light into total darkness. Now down into a lonely night sits a lonely infinite spirit that hesitates to utter these words. Let there be light. And from that single sweat drop falls rains to sprout those same fruit trees. Adam, and the cycle that repeats itself. Count the clock.